You probably remember the cup before you remember the pizza. Thick red plastic, ice cracking inside, soda fizzing under a stained glass lamp. There was a Parmesan shaker on the table, arcade noise in the corner, and a black pan arriving hot enough to sizzle. Now, Pizza Hut is often a delivery app tile, a carryout counter, or a cardboard box on your kitchen table. So how did one of America's most recognizable restaurants stop feeling like itself? Pizza Hut began in Wichita, Kansas in 1958, when brothers Dan and Frank Carney borrowed $600 from their mother to open a small pizza restaurant. The official story says the sign only had room for 8 letters, so Pizza Hut fit. By 1969, the red roof gave the chain a shape people could spot from the road. By 1971, it was the world's largest pizza chain by sales. PepsiCo bought it in 1977. What Pizza Hut sold was a middle ground, cheaper than formal dining, slower than fast food, and reliable enough for a family night out. The old Pizza Hut building worked like a physical logo: angular red roof, trapezoid windows, brick exterior, and a silhouette you could recognize before you read the sign. That shape became so specific that even when the brand left, people still saw it. Former Pizza Huts became banks, churches, pawn shops, insurance offices, and unrelated restaurants, but the bones stayed obvious. The restaurant disappeared, but the roof kept confessing. That mattered because customers were being primed before they touched the door handle. The building promised booths, pitchers of soda, Parmesan shakers, arcade machines, and a meal that stayed a while. And the inside mattered even more. Inside, Pizza Hut had its own weather. Tiffany-style lamps glowed over checkered tablecloths, vinyl booths, brick walls, laminated menus, red plastic cups, Parmesan shakers, and those flat metal pizza servers that made every slice feel official. Then the black pan arrived. The smell usually got there first: butter, browned crust, bubbling cheese, and hot tomato sauce. A server would set it down with the warning not to touch the pan, which only made it feel more important. The old Pizza Hut dining room was a machine for manufacturing memories, even before you convinced yourself that bacon bits from the salad bar counted as salad. That room changed the food. The taste was attached to the booth, the lamp, the weight, and the pan. While the pizza baked, kids did not sit still. They moved from the booth to the buffet, from the salad bar to the arcade, while adults kept talking under the lamps. At the buffet, waiting had its own drama. A fresh pie came out. Somebody grabbed the first pepperoni slices, and everyone treated the next tray like an event. In the arcade corner, quarters lined the cabinet glass, with generic Pac-Man-style sounds firing behind the dining room noise. The wait was not empty time. It was part of pizza night. Then Pizza Hut gave kids a reason to walk in proud. The personal pan pizza debuted in 1980, but Book It made it personal in 1984. Teachers set reading goals. Kids filled charts with stickers, carried certificates home, and showed up at Pizza Hut with proof that they had earned something. That certificate changed the meal. A child could hand it over at the counter or table and receive a free personal pan pizza like a prize. The personal pan pizza was not just dinner. Book It turned it into a trophy you could eat. Pizza Hut introduced itself to children as the restaurant that celebrated them. That kind of loyalty started with a teacher, a reading chart, and a family trip. It is hard to recreate with a discount notification. By the 1990s, Pizza Hut was selling more than pizza. It was selling launches. Original pan pizza had already made the pan itself part of the identity. Then came family deals, movie tie-ins, collectible cups, celebrity commercials, and products that arrived like events. Stuffed crust went national in 1995 and worked because it made the crust the headline. Pizza Hut filled the handle of the pizza with cheese and briefly made eating dinner backward feel like a technological breakthrough. That was the trick. A new pizza did not just feed people, it gave them something to talk about. While Pizza Hut was turning new products into events, the meaning of pizza was changing underneath it. Domino's had spent the 1980s training customers to think of pizza as something that arrived at the door, fast. Its stores did not need red roofs, salad bars, arcade corners, or big dining rooms. They needed ovens, phones, drivers, and a promise built around speed. That put Pizza Hut in a difficult position. Its Restaurants were expensive to staff, heat, cool, clean, and maintain, especially as more families wanted dinner brought home. Delivery and carryout were not mistakes, they were logical adaptations. But Pizza Hut's most important competitor was not Domino's, it was its own past. Pizza Hut answered the shift by shrinking the job of the restaurant. Carryout counters, delivery kitchens, smaller units, and apps needed far less space than dining rooms, salad bars, table service, and arcade corners. In 2019, the company announced plans to close roughly 500 underperforming United States dine-in restaurants and replace many with delivery and carry-out-focused formats. Dine-in did not vanish everywhere, but the center of gravity moved. The new model was faster, cheaper, and better suited to modern habits. It also changed what Pizza Hut could be. Every time a Red Roof restaurant closed, Pizza Hut removed another stage on which a Pizza Hut memory could happen. The old Pizza Hut began before the food arrived. You drove under the red roof, picked a booth, read the laminated menu, maybe played an arcade game, and waited for the pan pizza to hit the table. The new Pizza Hut often begins as a square icon on a phone. You open the app, choose a deal, watch a progress bar, track a driver, and open a box at home. The modern experience is objectively efficient. Tap, track, eat. It is also difficult to become nostalgic for a progress bar. So, did the pizza actually change? In some places, yes. Recipes can be adjusted, suppliers can shift, ovens and prep methods can vary, and execution depends heavily on the store. Plenty of people are not imagining that their local Pizza Hut tasted different years ago. But memory does not measure flavor in isolation. It mixes the food with your age, your family, the wait, the booth, the smell, and the feeling that dinner was an event. The missing ingredient may not have been in the dough. It may have been the room. Was it actually better? Sometimes. But the old Pizza Hut also had sticky tables, tired buffet slices, wilted lettuce, long waits, broken arcade controls, and kids sprinting through the dining room while servers tried to carry hot pans. A personal pan pizza feels more personal when you are 8. A red cup feels less magical when you are the adult paying for 4 sodas. What people miss is specific. Birthdays, soccer team dinners, book it rewards, family outings, grandparents, one more arcade game, and the feeling that the night was still ahead. The memory is real, even when the restaurant was imperfect. The old look has not completely disappeared. Some franchisees have restored or preserved Pizza Hut classic locations with red roofs, red cups, checkered tablecloths, booths, lamps, salad bars, and arcade machines. In May 2026, Yum Brands reported that 155 United States restaurants featured elements of this retro experience. That does not mean every Pizza Hut is going back. It means the company has noticed what people photograph, remember, and seek out. They drive for the roof, the cups, the lamps, and the booth. What Pizza Hut really lost was not just a roof shape or a set of red plastic cups. It lost the rituals that made the meal feel like an event. You walked in, waited for a booth, filled a plate at the salad bar, dropped a quarter into an arcade machine, watched a black pan hit the table, and pulled a cheese stretch under a stained glass lamp. A Book It certificate could turn reading into dinner. The modern message is faster. Order now, track your driver, get on with your night. But remove enough rituals and the food can keep its name while losing its sense of place. People are not mourning plastic drinkware. They are mourning the person they were when the cup looked enormous. Pizza Hut did not disappear. For many, it still lives between a stained glass lamp and an arcade hum, in the wait before the pizza arrived. Thanks for watching. What is the one detail you remember most from your Pizza Hut?